Wait, so if I told you that, statistically speaking, you've been manipulated, probably 400 times before breakfast today, would you believe me?
Before breakfast? No, absolutely not. I mean, I literally just woke up, drank coffee, and stared at the wall.
Exactly. But the brand of coffee you chose, the alarm app you used, even the layout of your kitchen, it's all meticulously designed to steer your behavior, Lucas.
Okay, now you're just sounding like a conspiracy theorist, Luna.
I'm serious. Welcome to the English Pod Center, by the way, where today we are diving deep into the psychology of persuasion.
Right, so mind control. We're talking about mind control today.
No, not, well, kind of. It's more about the subconscious levers that marketers, politicians, and honestly, even your friends pull to get you to say yes.
Wait, my friends?
Oh, definitely. Have you ever agreed to help someone move just because they bought you a slice of pizza last month?
Oh my God, yes, literally last weekend. Mark bought me a beer in February, and suddenly I'm hauling his sofa of 3 flights of stairs.
See, that's actually a textbook example of reciprocity. It's one of the most primal psychological triggers we have.
Reciprocity. So basically the I scratch your back, you scratch mine thing.
Exactly. But it's way more insidious than that. It's not just a fair trade. It's an evolutionary glitch, honestly.
An evolutionary glitch? Wait, I don't get it. How is hauling a couch a glitch?
Okay, imagine your brain is like a really outdated accounting software, right?
Okay.
It hates having an unbalanced ledger. It absolutely despises being in debt, even socially.
Oh, right, yeah. I hate feeling like I owe someone.
Right. So when Mark bought you that beer, he deposited a social credit into your ledger.
Mm-hmm.
And your brain, this archaic software, starts flashing red warning lights like debt, unpaid debt, warning.
It really does feel like that, though. I felt so guilty saying no.
Exactly. And here's the crazy part, the disproportionate return. A beer costs what, $6?
Yeah, maybe 7.
Right. And how many hours did you spend moving his couch?
4 hours? Plus I pulled a muscle in my lower back.
So you traded 4 hours of grueling manual labor and a spinal injury for a $7 beverage.
Oh my God, I've been played. Mark is an evil genius.
He might not even realize he's doing it, but it exploits the fact that our brains prioritize balancing the social scale over, rational economic value.
That is, wow. Okay, so persuasion isn't just someone giving you a really good logical argument.
Not at all. In fact, logic is arguably the worst way to persuade someone.
Wait, seriously? But if I want to convince someone to, say, buy a car, shouldn't I just list all the safety features and gas mileage?
You'd think so, right? But human beings are fundamentally irrational creatures, attempting to rationalize emotional decisions post hoc.
Post hoc, so after the fact.
Yeah, exactly. We buy on emotion and we justify it with logic.
Give me an example, because I still feel like I buy things logically.
Okay, let's say you're buying a new smartphone.
Right.
Do you genuinely read the spec sheet about the silicon processing chip nanometers? Or do you just want the one that takes the best photos so your Instagram looks cool?
I mean, the photos, obviously. I don't even know what a nanometer is.
Exactly. But if someone asks why you spent $1,200 on it, what do you say?
I'd say it has a faster processor and a better ecosystem for my workflow.
Boom! Rationalization.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I completely do that. I literally did that last month.
We all do. Which brings us to the core problem we're dissecting today, Lucas, the illusion of agency.
The illusion of agency, meaning we think we're in the driver's seat.
Yes, we fiercely protect our autonomy. We want to believe every choice we make is our own independent, calculated decision.
But they're not. They're being nudged by invisible forces.
Nudged, pulled, shoved. And the most effective persuaders are the ones who make you think it was your idea all along.
Geez. Okay, so if logic doesn't work and reciprocity gets me hauling furniture for cheap beer, what else is there?
Oh, there's a whole arsenal. Cialdini's principles of persuasion outline several, but one of the most powerful and dangerous is social proof.
Social proof? Like getting a blue checkmark on Twitter or whatever?
Sort of, but it goes much deeper. Imagine you're walking down a street in a brand new city, right? You're starving.
Okay, I'm with you.
You see 2 restaurants. One is totally empty. The waiters are just standing there looking bored.
I'd walk right past it.
Right. But the other one has a line out the door. People are laughing, it's packed. Where do you eat?
The packed one, obviously, even if I have to wait.
But why? You haven't tasted the food at either place. The empty one might have the best chef in the world.
Yeah, but if it was good, people would be there, right? Like, everyone else can't be wrong.
Exactly. Everyone else can't be wrong. That is the exact heuristic, the cognitive shortcut your brain instinctively takes.
But they could be, like, totally objectively wrong.
They frequently are. It's the whole the herd mentality phenomenon.
So we're literally just sheep.
Basically, yeah. I mean, think about sitcom laugh tracks. Why do they exist?
Oh God, I hate those. They're so archaic.
Right, they're super obnoxious, but television executives refuse to kill them because, wait for it, studies consistently show that canned laughter actually induces a pseudo-genuine amusement response.
Wait, really? Even if you know it's undeniably fake?
Even if it sounds completely artificial, because your brain hears the collective laugh and goes, oh, this is the part where we feel joy. Let's secrete some dopamine.
Wow, okay, so social proof is basically hacking our primal need to belong.
Precisely, Lucas. It's an evolutionary survival mechanism. If all the other cavemen are sprinting away from a rustling bush, you don't stick around to investigate.
You just run. Yeah, that makes sense. Bye, bush.
Exactly. But advertisers weaponize it. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this. Bestseller, over 1 million served.
Trending on Netflix.
Boom. Yes, you watch it solely because it's number 1.
I literally did that last night with some terrible reality dating show. It was awful, but it was number 2 on the list. So I was like, well, I gotta see what the hype is.
And there it is, social proof in action.
Okay, but what if there's no crowd? What if I'm, I don't know, buying a mattress online? I can't see the metaphorical line out the door.
Ah, well then they pivot to the next weapon in the arsenal, authority.
Authority? Like a cop? Are they arresting me into buying a mattress?
Not quite a cop. Although, honestly, uniforms do play a massive psychological role.
Wait, really?
Oh, absolutely. Authority is our inherent tendency to comply with figures who appear to possess superior knowledge, power, or, well, credentials.
Like the 9 out of 10 dentist thing you just mentioned?
Exactly. That's a potent blend of social proof and authority. But let's strip it down. Have you ever seen those social experiments where a guy puts on a high-vis vest and grabs a clipboard?
Oh, yes, and they just confidently walk into places, like highly secure areas?
Yes, they walk right past security guards into concerts, backstage at festivals, active construction sites, all because they project the aura of unassailable authority.
That is wild. I mean, a clipboard is literally just a piece of wood and a metal clip.
Right, but it's a symbolic artifact. It signifies I'm auditing something. I have a bureaucratic checklist. I am inherently important.
I need to buy a clipboard immediately.
Don't get any ideas, Lucas. But this translates perfectly to marketing. Why do you think skincare brands constantly use actors in white lab coats for their commercials?
Oh, wow, yeah, they aren't real dermatologists.
Rarely. But the white coat activates that deeply ingrained deference to authority. We are conditioned from early childhood to trust doctors. So when the nice person in the pristine white coat says, this serum reverses aging, we buy it.
We just entirely shut off our critical thinking.
Entirely. It's called cognitive offloading. Evaluating every single scientific claim takes immense energy, so our brain just outsources the heavy lifting to the perceived expert.
Ah, damn. I feel so heavily manipulated right now.
Oh, it gets infinitely worse. Let's talk about scarcity.
Oh, God. Okay, lay it on me.
Scarcity is the principle that things become immensely more desirable when they are perceived as rare, exclusive, or rapidly dwindling in availability.
Like toilet paper during the pandemic.
The absolute ultimate example, yes. Toilet paper wasn't actually that scarce initially, but the mere perception of scarcity triggered panic buying, which subsequently created actual devastating scarcity.
It's a complete self-fulfilling prophecy.
Precisely. It taps directly into loss aversion. Humans are significantly more motivated by the agonizing thought of losing something than by the pleasant thought of gaining something of equal value.
Wait, I don't get it. How is losing inherently worse than winning?
Okay, think of it this way. Imagine finding a crisp $100 bill on the sidewalk.
Best day ever.
Right, you'd be thrilled. But now, imagine reaching into your pocket and realizing you just lost a $100 bill.
Oh, I'd be absolutely furious. It would ruin my entire week.
See? The psychological pain of the loss feels exponentially heavier than the fleeting joy of the gain.
Wow, yeah. It's like a grumpy waiter just taking your food away before you even finish.
Excellent callback to the restaurant analogy. Yes, so marketers exploit this constantly. Limited time offer, only 3 seats left at this price.
Oh, booking flights. They always have that red text saying like 2 tickets left, and my heart rate literally spikes.
Yes, artificial scarcity. It forces you into a rushed, panicked decision, completely bypassing your logical, slow-thinking deliberation.
You know what's crazy? Half the time, I don't even want the thing that badly. I just despise the idea of someone else having it instead of me.
That is the absolute crux of it, Lucas. It is FOMO on absolute steroids.
So we've got social proof, authority, and scarcity. They're basically just hijacking our brains' incredibly lazy shortcuts.
That is the perfect way to summarize it. Our brains are spectacularly efficient, but that exact efficiency makes us highly predictable targets.
Okay, but how do we definitively stop it? Because now I'm utterly paranoid that my entire life is just me blindly falling for marketing tricks.
Well, the fundamental first step is just being consciously aware of them, but I actually have a quick mental exercise that genuinely helps mitigate this impulse.
Oh, hit me. I desperately need some cognitive defense mechanisms before I dare go online shopping again.
All right, so the exercise is fundamentally called the 24-hour cooling off period, but with a highly specific psychological twist.
Wait, like just putting it in the cart and literally walking away from your computer?
Exactly, but the twist is you have to explicitly articulate why you want it, out loud, before you close the tab.
Out loud? Like a crazy person in my living room?
Yes, because vocalizing it forces your brain to shift from the impulsive amygdala response to the logical, analytical prefrontal cortex.
Oh, wow. So if I say, I need this jacket right now because there are only 2 left, I'll instantaneously realize how incredibly absurd that justification sounds?
Precisely, Lucas. You expose the underlying heuristic. If your justification is solely rooted in scarcity or social proof, you abandon the cart.
That is actually brilliantly simple. I'm definitely going to try that. But wait, we haven't covered all of them, right? Aren't there like 6 of these overarching principles?
6 cardinal principles of persuasion, originally codified by Robert Cialdini. Yes, we've tackled 3 so far.
Okay, what's next? Hit me with another way my brain is profoundly betraying me on a daily basis.
Let's delve into reciprocity. This one is arguably the most deeply ingrained social construct in human evolutionary history.
Reciprocity. So, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine?
Basically, but weaponized. It's the overwhelming psychological obligation to return a favor, even as the initial favor was entirely unprompted and completely unwanted.
Wait, unwanted? Like, give me an example of that. Like when someone washes your windshield at a red light without asking?
Yes, the quintessential squeegee men. That is a stellar, albeit highly aggressive, example.
I always feel so incredibly guilty, even though I'm just sitting there aggressively shaking my head no while they do it.
That guilt is the reciprocity engine firing on all cylinders. Evolutionarily, our ancestors had to cooperate to survive, right?
Right, so if Grok shares his mammoth meat with you, you fundamentally owe Grok.
Exactly. You owe Grok. And if you didn't reciprocate, you were ostracized from the tribe, which essentially meant certain death.
Wow, so that intense, uncomfortable feeling when a coworker you barely tolerate buys you a coffee?
Is your primal brain screaming that you are now socially indebted and in immediate jeopardy of ostracization?
Oh, geez. That entirely explains why I bought Gary from accounting that ridiculously expensive artisanal pastry last week. I was just like neutralizing the primal debt.
You were neutralizing Gary's unsolicited caffeine leverage. Marketers do this constantly with free samples or complimentary consultations.
Oh, Costco. Costco is a giant fluorescent lit reciprocity trop.
The sample aisles at Costco are essentially just psychological warfare disguised as mini quiches.
Literally, the lady hands me a microscopic piece of sausage on a toothpick, and suddenly I have a $40 box of them in my cart.
Because accepting the gift triggers the deeply entrenched societal rule.
you feel obligated to concede something in return, which in this scenario is purchasing the product.
That is genuinely terrifying because it feels so innocuous, like it's just a tiny free sample, who cares?
Exactly. The asymmetry is what makes it so potent. A 10-cent sample can easily obligate you into a massive financial commitment.
Okay, so we've got scarcity, authority, social proof, and reciprocity. What's number 5, Luna?
Number 5 is commitment and consistency.
Sounds like something my therapist is always badgering me about, honestly.
Well, in the realm of persuasion, it means humans possess a profound desire to appear consistent in their words, beliefs, and deeds.
Consistent. Like, just not wanting to look like a massive hypocrite?
Precisely. Once we make a choice or take a public stand, we encounter immense personal and interpersonal pressure to behave consistently with that commitment.
Wait, give me an analogy. How do they weaponize my desire to not be a flake?
Okay, imagine a high-end restaurant struggling with massive no-shows for their reservations.
Oh, back to the grumpy waiter analogy. I love it.
Yes, so instead of the receptionist saying, "Please call if you need to cancel," they change it to a definitive question.
Let me guess. Will you call us if you need to cancel?
Exactly. And they pause, forcing the customer to actually say yes out loud.
Oh, wow. And just by saying yes, they're psychologically locked in?
Yes, that minuscule verbal commitment drastically plummets the no-show rate, because to not call would mean violating their own explicit vocalized commitment.
That is incredibly sneaky. It's like those websites where the opt-out button says, "No thanks, I prefer to remain uneducated."
Ah, well, that's slightly different. That's a dark pattern called click shaming, but it operates on a similar frequency, challenging your internal self-perception.
Wait, what about the people who stop you on the street with the clipboards?
The charity muggers, chuggers, as they colloquially call them?
Yeah, they always start with something super broad, like, do you consider yourself a good person, or do you care about the environment?
Bingo. That is the commitment and consistency principle par excellence.
Because if I say, yes, I care about the environment, and then refuse to donate a minute later, I'm cognitively dissonant.
Exactly. You've publicly declared your moral stance, so refusing their subsequent related request feels incredibly agonizing. You look fundamentally inconsistent.
That is just, it's almost diabolical. Like they're literally boxing you into a corner using your own morality against you.
It is highly manipulative. It's theoretically termed the foot in the door technique. Get a small, seemingly trivial agreement first, then pivot to the actual larger request.
I am like literally never answering a rhetorical question on the street ever again. I'm just gonna bark like a dog and walk away.
I mean, that would definitively disrupt their meticulously planned script.
Okay, so what is the final one, the 6th principle? We need the final piece of the manipulation puzzle.
The 6th one is perhaps the most disarmingly simple, yet devastatingly effective. Liking.
Liking? Like just being a pleasant, affable person?
We overwhelmingly prefer to say yes to requests from individuals we know and like. It's why Tupperware parties were historically so phenomenally successful.
Oh, because you're not buying from some faceless corporation. You're buying from your neighbor Linda, and you can't say no to Linda.
Exactly. You are practically cornered by your pre-existing affection for Linda.
Even if Linda's plastic bowls are like ridiculously overpriced.
Precisely. But liking extends far beyond mere familiarity. It's deliberately manufactured through 3 distinct mechanisms.
Manufactured. Wait, you're telling me people weaponize friendliness?
Oh, absolutely. The first mechanism is similarity. We have an intrinsic bias toward individuals who mirror our traits.
Like if a salesman happens to be from the exact same obscure hometown as me?
Yes. Or if they ostensibly share your esoteric hobbies, your sartorial preferences.
Wait, sartorial, like how I dress?
Exactly. If they casually mirror your posture or linguistic cadence, your subconscious immediately registers them as an ally.
That explains why that one car salesman suddenly became aggressively passionate about vintage synthesizers when I wore a Moog t-shirt.
That is a textbook implementation of similarity. The second mechanism is compliments.
Flattery? Does that actually work on people with, a modicum of self-awareness?
Astoundingly, yes. Empirical research dictates that even when we are entirely cognizant that a compliment is a calculated maneuver to curry favor, it still works.
That is incredibly depressing, Luna. We're just like narcissistic lab rats.
We are remarkably susceptible to affirmation, Lucas. And the third mechanism is cooperative endeavors.
Meaning we're working together towards some shared objective?
Right. The good cop, bad cop routine is the quintessential paradigm here. The good cop aligns themselves with you against the adversarial system.
Oh, they're like, I want to help you, buddy, but my boss is a monster, so just give me a little something to work with.
Nailed it. You perceive them as a collaborator, thereby dramatically increasing the probability of compliance.
Okay, my mind is thoroughly blown. So we have reciprocity, scarcity, authority, consistency, liking, and wait, I'm missing one.
Social proof, the ubiquitous everyone else is doing it fallacy.
Right. The laugh tracks and the fake busy restaurants. Geez.
So, having elucidated these 6 pillars of persuasion, we inevitably arrive at the critical juncture. How do we insulate ourselves against them?
Yes, please tell me there's an antidote to this psychological warfare, because I feel completely defenseless right now.
There is, and it fundamentally relies on cultivating cognitive friction.
Cognitive friction. Unpack that for me, because it sounds like my brain grinding its gears.
It kind of is. It's the deliberate insertion of a temporal pause between a stimulus and your corresponding reaction.
So, just stopping to think? That's the grand defense strategy?
It sounds rudimentary, but it is extraordinarily difficult to execute in the heat of the moment. These techniques bypass your prefrontal cortex.
They hit the lizard brain, the impulsive emotional circuitry.
Exactly. So your actionable practice for this week, for both you, Lucas, and everyone listening, is a visceral self-audit.
Visceral self-audit. I like the sound of that. How do we execute it?
When you feel an anomalous, sudden urge to comply with a request, whether it's buying a car, signing a petition, or
Buying inexplicably expensive Tupperware from Linda.
yes, or that, I want you to literally scan your physiology.
Scan my body, like checking my pulse?
More like identifying the somatic markers of manipulation. Are your shoulders inexplicably tense? Is there a subtle fluttering in your stomach?
Oh, wow, because your body recognizes the trap before your conscious mind does.
Precisely. That physiological discomfort is your autonomic nervous system waving a massive red flag, screaming that you're being coerced.
That is wild. It's like your gut instinct is essentially a built-in scam detector.
It truly is. So when you detect that somatic tension, you deploy the 24-hour rule.
Just walk away and wait a day?
Unequivocally. You say, I need 24 hours to deliberate. A legitimate offer will invariably persist until tomorrow.
But if it's a manipulation tactic predicated on false scarcity,
The persuader will become visibly agitated. They'll insist the deal expires immediately. That's your definitive confirmation.
wow, they'll just completely out themselves. That is incredibly empowering, honestly.
It reinstates your autonomy. So I have a challenge for our audience today.
Oh, hit him with the challenge, Luna. Let's see if they've been paying attention.
I want you to identify one instance this week where you encounter one of Cialdini's 6 principles in the wild.
Just one? Honestly, they're probably going to see like 50 before they even finish their morning commute.
Very likely. But pinpoint one. Explicitly name the principle being utilized and observe how it makes you feel physiologically.
And drop it in the comments. Tell us if you got hit by the reciprocity mint or the authority clipboard guy.
Exactly. Awareness is the paramount defense mechanism. Once you can accurately label the tactic, its efficacy plummets instantaneously.
You pull back the curtain and the wizard is just some dude trying to sell you an extended warranty.
That is the perfect encapsulation of persuasion psychology, Lucas.
Well, this has been an absolutely phenomenal deep dive. I'm never going to look at a free sample the same way again.
Nor should you. Stay vigilant out there, everyone.
Hey, if you enjoyed this mental unboxing, make sure you hit that subscribe button for English Pod Center.
And share this episode with a friend who perpetually falls for those limited time only sales.
Yes, protect your friends from the persuasion matrix. Thanks for listening to English Pod Center, and we'll catch you in the next one.